again, it's me, and this is part three of now three videos about my story of Malaysia 2020. Um, Welcome to Navigating New Earth with me, Captain Kerry. And as you can see, I'm not 100% comfortable with doing that sort of, faux whatever, but I also realize that needs must. Anyway. I just watched over the two videos that I did and kind of repeating the same thing. And I also didn't quite get to finish a couple of points. So I would like to take the opportunity to create this part three, expand on a couple of things, add a couple of things, and also to say that I had been painting and I had bits of paint in my hair, little white paint, and also I had eaten some plants outside. And I think I had a bit of green plant in my teeth, which worked its way down. But you know what? The show must go on, as they say. I'm certainly never ever going to re-record anything that I say because it's not planned, so I can't, you know. Anyway, so I want to finish thoughts about Mr. T and the letter, you know, becomes before R and, this whole white hat thing. So I wanted to just finish my kind of what I learned about that in the beginning of the disclosure from March 2020, because I didn't really kind of get into it. I then want to just say a little bit more about the supernatural and the cosmic aspect of what's going on, because I didn't really expand on that. And I do know that those amazing beings are very excited soon to be, introduced and known and recognized for their service in liberating Earth. And then I also, as a kind of a segue from that, wanted to talk about what happened with the Malaysian royal family, or actually just, a couple of one aspect of the Malaysian royal family. I call them the royal rebels, who had taught me a lot about defense against dark arts. And there was information about MH370 going into a parallel dimension, and just relevant because Malaysia is such a black magic country and everybody talks about it openly. Whereas I'm really surprised in England, even though we do talk about witches and ghosts and all of that, people are really reluctant to actually openly admit it's real. And I get it, it's a bit of a shock to the system. We've all been manipulated, but anyway. And then what else did I want to do? Can't remember, but I do want to keep it short. So, on the journey of the disclosure from 2020 regarding Mr. T, I had never paid attention before. I've said in videos that when he won the election in 2016, I didn't really care. And the only way it impacted my life was the fact that my kids' school, ISKL, the International School of Kuala Lumpur, which is a American-based system. Both of my kids did the IB. Oh, I have absolutely no idea what I was going to say. Let it come back to me. Oh, thank you. The energies, the sun, I don't know. We're expecting some crazy sun energy coming in, and I'm definitely not 100% with it. Okay, so keep kind of phasing out and feeling a bit floaty and stuff. So anyway, ISKL had a Trump trauma clinic when Trump won for all of the, traumatized Americans and Canadian students and parents and teachers. I thought that were going a little bit over top, do you know what I mean? It did draw me attention to, what's going on there then? And then when it all kicked off and I was kind of watching him doing the press conferences, right? Because he was the voice when it all kicked off and, the Dr. F and Just something about the way he spoke moved me. I don't know. I was just paying attention. And then I started to hear about this letter of the alphabet, and I started to like I said, I was in all these Telegram groups where people were talking and we'd all talk to each other and we were all putting pieces of the puzzle together and having conversations that went on for hours and hours and hours. Of course, there was loads of infiltration and BS, and people made fake accounts of me and went and infiltrated and spoke to other people. And oh my gosh, three-letter agency shenanigans and infiltration galore. We truly are in a movie, not watching it, we're in it. The movie of planet Earth being freed from the negative alien agenda. For real. Anyway, and so, then things were going on, weren't they? And then it was obvious that um there was something huge going on. And I was seeing all this information that was talking about Trump and Barron and Melania being time travelers and connected to benevolent extraterrestrial humanoid extraterrestrials. Think, the puppet Star Wars, that's real. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to be hanging out in a bar in Venus with like other races, and all the humans are going to be like, oh, yeah, we're human. We're family human here. Although apparently the word family means slave, so tribe human. And I don't know, I just things were being said, and I was hearing things about how a lot of Christians were saying that he was the promised one and the return of Christ and all this stuff. And I was learning about the Book of Enoch, and I was learning that we live in a multidimensional reality and it's holographic, but I already knew this from many years of talking about this, and my party trick being to explain to people how atoms are 99.9% empty space, and so what's in the rest of it? And surely it's more malleable, and you know, that kind of stuff that's all coming out now that is a signpost to me that all of this stuff is real, because why was I just randomly from the depths of my own inner workings talking about it? Plus the Malaysian royal family crew, they were telling me, they were saying a lot. I just couldn't hear it. It just wasn't, I was hearing it and I was going, oh my God, really? Wow. But it wasn't going in. Just wasn't going in until 2020 when it all started to happen. Well, then it went in because then I was watching it like I was on the sidelines because I had the memo, and all my life I'd said, because of the weirdness of people and everything. Everything was just so strange and weird, and people just didn't behave in ways I expected, and systems didn't work out as they should. And, I was just so confused. And I always used to say, I feel like I just didn't get the memo, or like the rule book, of how to play the game. Didn't realize that nobody got it. And in fact, I did have one, but it was the rule book of my reality. Okay. It's not the reality, it's my reality. And many people who vibrate at the same frequency as me. So, in a bit of a biscuit, cup of tea. It's a Chinese tea. Dragonfly. I hope it's got integrity. For Bosat, it's called. It reminds me of an osmanthus that they used to serve in China with a Y and two N's. Amazing Chinese restaurant at the Hilton Hotel in KL. Oh my God, let's not go there. I dread to think. Oh, anyway, excuse me. Um, so then I watched the election and I was horrified. I couldn't believe he lost, because at that point I was fully in deep talks about this plan to save the world, right? And the human trafficking and all of that. And then I watched the inauguration. I saw Mr. T and Melania stand there and Trump gave a speech and said, we will be back in some form. And I just knew it was all true. I didn't need convincing. It just was like everything that was unfolding was a memory. Like, oh, okay, yeah, 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 I remember now. This is supposed to happen. But because obviously the trickery of the media and the very powerful technologies of, CGI and blah, 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 and clones and doubles and whatever. I can Photoshop. I know how this works. I used to be a photographer, among many other things. And it's very easy to manipulate anything and trick people into thinking that they're seeing something that they're not. And yeah, I mean, then we were talking about learning about timelines and multidimensionality and higher selves, and it just all slotted together. But that's my reality. All I'm doing is I'm sharing my story so that other people can be invited to create an equally exciting, positive X-Men style future because we do create our reality from our thoughts. From the future's not here yet. I mean, everything's all at once, but that's something we have to keep thinking about, contemplating till it kind of sinks in because it's a bit of a mind roller coaster. Um, but yeah, I just knew and started to see when I came back to the UK. I saw all the corruption, I saw the state of the roads. Oh my gosh, I saw the people, how brainwashed they were, and how unfriendly everybody had become, and how scared of me people were. Dark times, but necessary. It was all a test. Who truly does want to lead and share the knowledge and be of service however they can will be the ones standing at the end. And happy to say, not only standing, but feeling fucking fab as well. So, have my moments. I do wake up in the night with some weird freaking shenanigans, doom, sucking energy at my solar plexus, and I have to get in control of my vessel and reprogram my thoughts by repeating, whatever comes into my mind. Love light, God, 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 God. I am safe, I'm safe, I am love. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're safe, it's okay. No, we won. We're in control, we're in control, we're in control. Okay, okay, got it. Yes, yes. I remember. Yes, no more need to panic. We remember who we are and we know that we're here for a reason, that we're on a mission. Many of us, and it's bloody awesome. And yeah, super excited. So wanted to talk about that a bit as well. So yeah, the Malaysian royal family taught me that the dark side is real. They are, when you do certain rituals, you can, by directing your energy in covens or, you know, groups, you can affect people's reality. And I saw so much crazy stuff. In fact, one day I'll just do in Malaysia from, 2000 to 2022 when I left. I think I was there for 21 years, not 22. Doesn't matter. 2 decades of craziness and a lot of attacks. I literally don't know how I'm still here. Well, I do because I just clung on for dear life. As I've been told, I'm stubborn. I mean, I don't see myself that way, but I think I must be. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I then all the Q drops and you look at all of the timings and the prophecy and it's pretty crazy. Um, it's a spiritual war, and I truly believe, that that team that will be soon in the White House actioning, the real deluge of information to come out. And yeah, it's going to be a flurry of activity for all of us. And I'm super excited. And in a way, I'm going to miss this silence and solitude as much as I moan and groan. Oh, I've been so alone all my life. Now I'm like, hmm, do I want to go and spend my time with that person, or would I rather just spend it with me? Hmm. And it's not very often that I really want to go and spend time with other people. However, having said that, I do force myself out every day, and I do end up talking to people every day, just strangers or people that are used to seeing me coming in, for my tea and whatever. And I think people are starting to be less afraid and a bit more curious. So, and I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not alone in many different ways. Oh, and I'm going to leave with this last thing. During the lockdown, it was around the time, I think I've told this story before in a video, when the whole BLM thing was happening, right? The Baal, Lucifer, Moloch satanic ritual. And I put my Instagram to white and wrote All Lives Matter, hashtag All Lives Matter, to counter all of the other nonsense. And I had my daughter with me and a friend who was like a dress designer. And they both freaked out. And they were like, you can't do that. That's racist. And I was like, and bearing in mind that my daughter's half Indian, Malaysian, and the friend was Indian, Malaysian as well, but Indian from Singapore, Malaysia, right? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And I said, well, how am I racist? Imogen's dad is Indian. Hello. And they both just went into this weird meltdown again. Like my older daughter had done this to me a year, not even, I don't know, 6 months, a year earlier, where she said in a couple of years that me saying that I wasn't racist because I was married to an Indian Malaysian was appropriating the Indian Malaysian race to further my own white supremacy journey or something. And also, that's what the Malaysian news accused me of being, a white supremacist. And all the little clowns in the media and the entertainment, the Malaysia entertainment industry. Very, 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 very tiny, tiny, very small. You very pathetic fish in a very tiny little pond. You England bitches, basically. Sorry. Um, yeah. Lost my thread because I went down a little path there of just reminiscing and completely went off the path of the story that I was about to tell. But yeah, crazy, crazy. And yeah, they were calling me racist, although all the Malaysians were like, you like Margaret Thatcher, you be our prime minister, you would lead us, you stand up for the people. They knew I wasn't standing up against just a mask. They knew it was more than that, because they are an oppressed nation, even though they don't really realize it. And anyway, so I'm there and they both have turned on me. And I just felt really sad. And I got up and I walked to the kitchen. Near the kitchen, I sat down at the little dining round table. I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something. I was like looking for my credit card or something, I don't know. And I just started kind of crying a little bit. And I suddenly felt this this blue energy. And it was kind of behind me and above me, and it came around me, and it was felt like a motherly energy. And I just felt like I was home. I felt like I was in the arms of Mother, Father, God. And there were no words. I didn't hear a voice. I just felt this feeling, and I was sobbing, sobbing. And then I guess the blue had gone, but I was still left with this overwhelming sense of no words. And my friend Nikita and Imogen came running over thinking I was, sobbing because of them. And they were like, oh my God, Kerry, we're sorry. We didn't mean to upset you. And I'm like, no, no, you don't understand. I'm, I'm, I'm just so happy. So go figure. I don't know. It was that like and I had started with this ear ringing thing, right at the beginning of lockdown. I could hear this high-pitched tone in my ears, which has not stopped ever since the thing started. And lately it's getting a bit intense, but it's okay. It's all good. I'm out in the countryside, so I'm not next to any towers of doom or anything. I do have a lot of like blockages in my ears, and I don't know what's going on with them, but anyway, it's all good. There's a lot of stuff in the air. Let's put it that way. In England, it's a gloomy grey, but there's a constant, super low cloud. I mean, it's so low, it's obscuring the tops of the little hills where I live. I mean, we are not in mountainous area, but you would think that we were with the amount of cloud, this constant low cloud. Anyway, I hope I've covered everything. I wanted to get this out because, I want people to understand where I'm at and how I've got here so that people can feel open to ask questions. I don't want people to feel like, oh, I think I know it all because I don't. I don't. I just know a few things and it's so easy. And once you get a couple, you'll also start to see everything, how it really is, and recognize the need for us to take control back and start new systems. And goodbye, you're not working, we're not interested. And yeah, let's get the popcorn out while we enjoy watching the rebalancing of the realm. I hope there's nothing else I want to say. I don't want to have to do a part four, but just to repeat again, I am in my soul and heart directed energy weapon targeting energetic attacks of doom that I'm obviously somehow allowing aside. Amazing, incredible, beautiful, unimaginably fabulous things are here, and we are about to uncover them together. And it's going to be amazing. So, if you are watching this video and you've listened to any of my videos before, or you just happen to catch me now, it is going to be okay if you allow it to be okay. All right. There's a lot of humility required at this time. It's easy to want to hang on to the pain and the shame and the blame, but it just keeps perpetuating more of the same. We have to choose, the opposite and be the opposite, which would be the love and the expansion and the freedom and the crazy, everything that's the opposite of this dystopian, patriarchal matrix of doom that's been, slowly, imperceptibly inserted into our reality until we suddenly just went, hold on a minute, how did that happen? What? Hey, what? Oh well, never mind, eh? Good luck with that, love. Yeah, yeah, you'll be needing it. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening. It is. It's happening. And it's going to be fabulous. So, next video, who are you? And if you are going to tune into it whenever it turns up, hopefully in the next few days, have a little think, write a list of, or write down who you think you are. and we'll reconvene and we'll find out who you really are. Until next time, good day. Sorry, if I was in a studio, they'd go, oh, let's just retake that whole thing. Let me do that again. See you later.